Taking a look at APE here, in my previous videos I drew a fib retracement from this high to this low here. You can see that we almost hit the 2618 level at around $29, but ultimately we topped out around 28 bucks and then had to move down. And you can see that we did find resistance off of this red box of resistance initially. We finally moved down, retested the 618 or the golden pocket area, traded back within the red box, and then when we finally broke above it and tested it as resistance, we had a pretty nice move to the upside. You can even see here when it came back down to retest the red box, we still had a pretty decent pump out of it, but ultimately we broke back down below it, which isn't really a great sign in my opinion. But since we have set a new high here, I am going to get rid of this fib and draw a new one from this low to this high. You can see that we're currently trying to find support off the 618 and 65 level at the golden pocket. As of right now, it doesn't really look all that strong. This is only the 4-hour chart though, so we'll have to see how this plays out. And it closes in the next 30 minutes, so this could very well be a bullish engulfing candle to this red candlestick. If we zoom in here and take a look at the Ichimoku cloud as well as the EMA ribbon, you can see that we have broken bearish out of the EMA ribbon, the Ichimoku cloud, as well as the 200 EMA here. Now, this isn't necessarily the end of the world, especially if we can come back within this relatively quickly. It could just be somewhat of a fake out. And you can see back here, when the EMA ribbon was relatively thin, in which it is currently, we did have somewhat of a fake out to the downside and then managed to break back through it. So really, in my opinion, this needs to move upward relatively quickly so that the EMA ribbon doesn't widen. And if we do end up consolidating down here, this could get much wider. And by the time we do have a move up, it could send us further down. If we take a look at the hourly chart, things are looking a little bit worse. You can see here that we've been trading underneath the EMA ribbon for quite some time now. Well, I guess not quite some time, ever since April 30th, but on the hourly time frame, it's had some time to play out. Here you can see we've only tested it once relatively recently, and it looks like we're coming up for our next test again. And usually it is a smaller time frame, so it could very well break through this, but usually we don't only see one test of it, we usually see multiple tests of it before we can break it to the upside. We'll just have to see how this plays out. And we are also below the 200 EMA as well as the Ichimoku cloud. You can actually see the Ichimoku cloud is getting wider here, which really isn't a great sign in my opinion. It's also starting to fall within this red box of resistance, which could add further down pressure, especially if we manage to break through this. We could very well reject off of the Ichimoku cloud and maybe get sent back down to this green box here. And if we take a quick price range from the top to where we are now, we've down 45%, which really isn't all that much, especially for cryptocurrency. If we take a price range from the bottom to this top here, we went up 164%. So we didn't necessarily have an insane rally to the upside, especially compared to other coins. And so with that, I don't really expect a huge drop in the price. Honestly, where we are now could very well be the bottom. So in my opinion, much below 14 bucks, we'll likely hit all the way down to $12 again. If we do find support here, we really need to break this $16 to $18 into the upside and set new higher highs. If we do find resistance off of this, it'll likely be off the top of this box where we saw a significant move to the upside relatively quickly, which will be around $18.50. So this is all I have for APE today. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and do so, as I try to post content daily. As always, this is not financial advice, and I'll see you in the next one.